In last video, we have seen about self-induction. Now, in this video, we are going to see another phenomena called mutual induction. Then after mutual induction, we will see what is coefficient of coupling of two coils or coefficient of coupling of two circuits. And then after that, what is transformer and its working. First, I will explain here what is mutual induction. What is mutual induction? In self-induction, we have taken a single coil in a circuit. To understand mutual induction, there is a need of two coils, two different circuits, kept side by side. So these are the two different coils. This is first coil. The current is allowed to pass through this first coil. And second coil is present near to this first coil. Second coil is present near to this first coil. Across second coil, galvanometer is connected. We have taken two different coils, two different circuits, kept side by side. Current is allowed to pass through one coil, and second coil is kept near to this first coil. Across the second coil, only galvanometer is connected here. If we change the current passing through this first coil, this is first coil, this is second coil. If we change the current passing through this first coil, then the magnetic field produced by this first coil changes. In the magnetic field produced by this first coil, this second coil is also present. Therefore, if the field produced by first coil is changing, here we observe that the magnetic flux passing through second coil also changes. Magnetic flux passing through the second coil is changing here. Why? Because we are changing the current passing through this first coil. According to Faraday law, if there is a change in magnetic flux, an EMF will get induced in the coil. Therefore, you will find that in this second coil, an EMF is induced. In this second coil, an EMF is induced. This phenomenon in which an EMF is induced in one coil due to the change in current passing through its neighboring coil. This phenomena in which an EMF is induced in one coil due to the change in current passing through neighboring coil is called mutual induction. What is mutual induction? The phenomena in which an EMF is induced in one coil due to the change in current passing through neighboring coil. This phenomena is called mutual induction. This is first coil, this is second coil. We are changing current passing through this first coil. The coil in which current is changing, it is our primary circuit. That coil is called primary coil. And this coil in which we observe EMF induced due to the change in current passing through that neighboring coil. This is our secondary circuit. This coil is called secondary coil. This is primary coil. This is secondary coil. Here, represent the flux passing through the secondary coil due to the current in first coil by 5 to 1. Represent the flux passing through the secondary coil due to current in primary coil by 5 to 1. This 5 to 1, you will find that it is proportional to current in first coil. Denote current in first coil means current in primary coil by I1. 5 to 1 is proportional to I. Remove proportionality sign by putting constant M to 1. You get like this. 5 to 1 is equal to M to 1 into I1. This M to 1, it is called mutual inductance or the coefficient of mutual induction. This M21 is called mutual inductance or the coefficient of mutual induction of the second coil with respect to first coil. M21 is mutual inductance of second coil with respect to first coil. By Lenz's law or by Faraday law, we can write here the EMF induced in second coil due to the current, change in current passing through primary coil, denoted by E21. This is the EMF induced in this second coil due to the current passing through first coil. It is by Faraday law minus of d5 to 1 by dt. Put this value of 5 to 1 here. We get minus d dt of m to 1 into I1. Taking m to 1 constant out of derivative, we get e to 1 minus m to 1 into di1 by dt. This is the EMF induced in second coil due to the current in first coil. It is equal to minus m to 1 into di1 upon dt. Similarly, if we are changing the current passing through the second coil, then EMF will induce in its first coil. In this case, the EMF induced in first coil due to the current in second coil, flux passing through first coil due to the current in second coil will depend on current through second coil. Flux passing through first coil due to the current in second coil denoted by phi12, it will be proportional to I2. Remove proportionality sign by putting constant M12. This M12 is called mutual inductance of first coil with respect to second coil. This is the mutual inductance of second coil with respect to first coil. This is the mutual inductance of first coil with respect to second coil. By Faraday law, this is EMF induced in second coil due to current in first coil. Similarly, in that case, you will get E12, EMF induced in first coil due to current in second coil. It is minus of d∅12 by dt. d∅12 by dt. Put this value of ∅12 there. Again you will get this type of equation. E12, EMF induced in first coil. It is equal to minus of M12 into di2 by dt. Here you will get di2 by dt. Here minus M12 and here E12. If the geometrical conditions of these two coils are same, by symmetry, you will get M12 equal to M21. By symmetry, you will get M12 equal to M21. Say it is equal to capital M. जर या दोन कॉइल आयडेंटिकल असेल तर तुम्हाला M21 M12 सारखंच भेटते आणि ते आपण समजा कॅपिटल M कन्सिडर केलं तर आपल्याला हेच इक्वेशन हे असे लिहिता येईल एस इक्वल टू मायनस M टाइम्स dIP by dt. ES is what? EMF induced in the secondary coil. And what is this dIP by dt? It is the rate of change of current passing through this primary coil. Same equation you can write like this. By taking M21 equal to M. You will get M21 equal to M12 equal to M in case of symmetry. Means when two coils are identical. Here, in magnitude we can write this equation like this. ES equal to M times dIP by dt. From this we can write M ES upon dIP by dt. M ES upon dIP by dt. From this mathematical form, you can define coefficient of mutual induction or mutual inductor. It is nothing but the EMF, magnitude of EMF induced in the secondary coil. It is defined as the magnitude of EMF induced in secondary coil when the current passing through this primary coil changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second. From this equation, you can write M21 ∅21 upon I. From this equation, you can write M12, it is ∅12 upon I. Means the coefficient of mutual induction or mutual inductance, it is also ratio of magnetic flux passing through one coil to current passing through neighboring coil. This is mutual inductance means what? From this mathematical form, again unit for this mutual inductance will come. Volt into second upon ampere, which is called Henry. Unit of self-inductance is also Henry, and unit of mutual inductance is also Henry. This is mutual induction means what? And mutual inductance means what? Now after this, we will see what is coefficient of coupling of two coils. Coefficient of coupling of two coils. Coefficient of coupling of two coils or between two coils, or you can write here circuit. Coefficient of coupling between two coils or coefficient of coupling between two circuits. Take two coils near to each other, side by side. Through one coil, current is allowed to pass, and second coil is kept near to this first coil. What is the meaning of coefficient of coupling of two circuits or two coils? This coil is present in the magnetic field produced by first coil. Therefore, some magnetic flux reaches up to the second coil. This coefficient of coupling of two coils represents the portion of magnetic flux reaching towards the second coil. It represents the portion of magnetic flux of magnetic field produced by first coil, reaching towards the second coil. It is denoted by K. This coefficient of coupling is denoted by letter K. If K is more, if the portion of magnetic flux reaching towards the second coil is more, then we find that mutual inductance of the two coils is also more. Mutual inductance of the two coils is also greater. Means K and M, we can say that they are proportional to each other. If K is more, you will get M also more. Now we will find relation between this K and M. Sorry, K and M. How to find this relation? You know that the EMF induced in this second coil due to the current in first coil, it is proportional to coefficient of mutual induction, or it is proportional to mutual inductance. Similarly, this E21, it is proportional to K times phi 1. Phi1 is the flux coming from this first coil towards this second coil, and K is the coefficient of coupling. This K times Phi1 will represent portion of the magnetic flux reaching towards second coil. K times Phi1. If in this second coil total number of turns are N2, in this first coil total number of turns are N1, then you can write this E21 proportional to N2 into K times phi. जितके जास्त नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स राहील तेवढं ईएमएफ जास्त भेटेल. म्हणजेच हे ईएमएफ N2 ला प्रपोर्शनल असणार. आणि हे ईएमएफ जे मॅग्नेटिक फ्लक्सचा पोर्शन येत आहे सेकंड कॉइल कडं त्यालाही प्रपोर्शनल असणार. फर्दर this this phi1, it is proportional to N1. इथून निघणारा फ्लक्स फर्स्ट कॉइल मधून तो सुद्धा त्याच्यातल्या नंबर ऑफ टर्न्सला प्रपोर्शनल असणार. phi1 is proportional to N1. Means we can write here E21 proportional to N2 into K times N1. E21 proportional to N2 into K times N1. From this equation 1, you can write M proportional to K into N1 into N2. This M proportional to K into N1 into L2. But we have seen in self-induction, the self-inductance is always proportional to square of number of turns. Means N is proportional to root L. Therefore, we can write this M proportional to K times root L1 into root L2. This we already studied in self-induction. Self-inductance is proportional to square of number of turns. Means N we can write proportional to root L. N1, number of turns of primary. Suppose self-inductance of that primary coil is L1. Then we get this N1 proportional to root L1. N2 proportional to root L2. Means we can write here M proportional to in root L1 into L2. Here, this K is a constant. This K is a constant coefficient of coupling. Therefore, you can replace this proportionality sign by equal to sign also. You can replace this proportionality sign by equal to sign also. Means you'll get equation M equal to K times root L1 L2. This is the relation between mutual inductance and the coefficient of coupling. The value of K means coefficient of coupling, you will find always less than 1. If it is equal to 1, we say that there is a perfect coupling between the two circuits. There is a perfect coupling between the two coils. Generally, the value of K comes less than 1. If it is equal to 1, then say that there is a perfect coupling between the two circuits. If the value of K comes greater than 0.5, then say that the coils or the circuits are tightly coupled. And if it is less than 0.5, the two circuits are loosely coupled each other. If L1 is equal to L2, then and K is equal to 1, in that case we get here, M equal to L. If two exactly identical coils having same self-inductance, they are perfectly coupled, we have taken K equal to 1, then we get the mutual inductance between two coils exactly equal to self-inductance. The value of coefficient of coupling K, it depends on the arrangement of the two coils. The value of coefficient of coupling, it depends on the arrangement of the two coils. If the two coils are arranged like this, as shown in figure, the arrangement is parallel, in same direction, along same axis. In this case, we get K greatest, maximum, and the K will be minimum if the two coils are oriented perpendicular to each other. The value of coefficient of coupling you will get minimum if the two coils are oriented perpendicular to each other. This is all about coefficient of coupling of two coils or coefficient of coupling between two circuits. Now, last point from this chapter is on transformer. What is this transformer? What is this transformer? And working. Transformer is such a device which works on the principle of mutual induction. It works on the principle of mutual induction. With the help of the transformer, we can convert low AC voltage, alternating voltage, low alternating EMF into high EMF, into high voltage, of course AC voltage, and vice versa. With the help of this transformer, we can convert low AC voltage, which is at high current, into high AC voltage, which is at low current, and vice versa. How it is possible? See, first, in short, we see the construction of this transformer. The main part of this transformer is iron core, which is in rectangular form, rectangular shape. This is iron core. On two leaves of this iron core, two coils are wounded, made up of copper material. This is one coil, and this is another coil. across this coil, here source of alternating EMF is connected. This is the symbol of source of alternating EMF. This is the symbol of source of alternating EMF. And here, across this coil, load resistance is connected, where we want either high AC voltage or low AC voltage, as the case may be. Means one equipment is here connected across this coil. We are passing current through this coil. We are changing current passing through this coil. AC current is allowed to pass through this coil. AC current is that current which value changes with respect to time. Means current is changing. This coil will be the primary coil of the transformer, and this coil will be the secondary coil of the transformer. This is primary coil and this is secondary coil. Transformer consists of rectangular soft iron core on which two coils are wounded, made from copper material, and these two coils are wounded on two limbs of that core. Across one coil, source of alternating EMF is connected, means alternating current is allowed to pass through one coil, which is called primary coil. And across the second coil, equipment, where there is a need of high alternating EMF or low alternating EMF is connected. We have denoted this equipment by RL, which is load resistor. This is our secondary coil. So that NP represents number of turns in primary coil and NS represents number of turns in secondary coil. NP, number of turns in primary coil, NS, number of turns in secondary coil. Here, the current passing through the primary coil is changing with respect to time. This coil is in the magnetic field produced by the first coil. This coil is in the magnetic field produced by first coil. As current is changing, magnetic field also changes. Means flux passing through both the coil will change with respect to time. Flux passing through both the coil will change with respect to time. As both the coils are present in same magnetic field, rate of change of magnetic flux through primary and through secondary coil will be same, because both the coils are present in same magnetic field. Therefore, rate of change of magnetic flux passing through primary coil will be equal to rate of change of magnetic flux passing through secondary coil. Though the rate of change of magnetic flux is same, number of turns are different. Therefore, in both coils, different EMF will get induced here. I am writing EMF induced in a primary coil. EMF induced in a primary coil, it is minus d dt of Np times phi p. Take minus Np out of derivative, you get here d dt of phi p. d dt of phi. This is EMF induced in primary. Similarly, EMF induced in secondary coil, you can write minus d dt of Ns into phi. Means minus Ns into d phi by d. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. If we take here 2 forward, we get here E's upon EP equal to Ns upon Np. This will get cancelled. Why? Because the rate of change of magnetic flux passing through both the coil is same. and both the coils are present in same magnetic field. We get this ratio, Es upon Ep equal to Ns upon Np. This ratio, it is called transformer ratio, denoted by K. This ratio is called transformer ratio. Which ratio? EMF induced in secondary to EMF induced in primary. Depending on the value of K, we get two transformers. One is called step-up transformer and second is called step-down transformer. Depending on the value of K, we have two types of transformer. One is step-up transformer and second is step-down transformer. For step-up transformer, K is always greater than 1. And for step-down transformer, K is less than 1. K means transformer ratio. For step-up transformer, K is greater than 1. Means if this transformer is step-up transformer, the EMF induced across the secondary coil will get greater than the EMF which is induced in the primary coil. Means on input side there will be low AC voltage, while on output side there will be high AC voltage. This is in step-up transformer. In step-down transformer, K is less than 1. Means of course numerator is smaller than denominator. ES is smaller than EP. Across this secondary, means in output part, you will get low AC voltage, while in input part, means across primary coil, you will get greater AC voltage. In transformer, therefore we have said that we can convert low AC voltage into high AC voltage and vice versa. Now, you will find that in transformer, the EMF which is produced across the coil, whether it is primary or secondary, is always inversely proportional to current. Therefore, if you are getting across secondary coil high AC voltage, at the same time you will find that the current in the secondary is smaller compared to current in primary. How we can show this? For ideal transformer, input power and output power both are same. Input power and output power both are same. This is for ideal transformer. Input power, you can write product of EP and IP, EMF into current gives us power. Input side means primary coil. EMF induced in primary into current in primary gives us input power. While output power you get ES into IS. ES into IS. This is the output power. ES means EMF induced in secondary. IS means current in secondary. From this we can write ES upon EP how much? IP upon IS. ES upon EP comes IP upon IS. See that the EMF induced in the coil of transformer is always inversely proportional to current passing through that coil. जर वर्किंग तुम्हाला विचारलं तर इथपर्यंत तुम्हाला एक्सप्लेन करावं लागते. This is all about transformer, and this is the end of this chapter. From next video we will start the problems on this chapter.